Welcome back to The Beat. Jamie Harrison is here right now. He is challenging Senator Lindsey Graham, and he is quite familiar with Mick Mulvaney's record. He's the former chairman of the South Carolina Democratic Party. Couldn't think of a more locally sourced guest than you for this. Thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me, Ari.
What happened there with Mick Mulvaney? Was it real? Was it always a lie?
Listen, it was always a lie. The word hypocrite is too good for Mick Mulvaney and Lindsey Graham. These are folks who don't have moral convictions or values or spines. In essence, they've been playing a game on the people in South Carolina and now the people across this country for a long time. And it's all about political power. It's all about gaming the system and becoming what Lindsey Graham said so poignantly is becoming relevant. And Donald Trump gives them relevancy because it means they can go on TV every night. They can fly on Air Force One. And in the end, it's working people across this country, and particularly the folks in South Carolina, they're at the losing end of their political game. Didn't
Mick Mulvaney run around South Carolina and tell everyone he had these economic principles and they would help the people there? You can debate whether they would or not. But isn't it a bigger indictment that I think, as the record shows, he's just chucked them all?
Oh, he has. You know, Mick beat John Spratt, who arguably probably is one of the smartest members of Congress I've ever come across. But Mick likes to be the smartest guy in the room. He wants to be the focus of attention. But this is a guy who, again, has no core. He talked about, well, I don't see the data that says why Meals on Wheels and the school lunch program and all of these programs for the working class people, for the poor and for children, why they have any relevance. But at the same time, when it came to this $1 trillion tax cut, he talked about the deficits and he said, well, you know, we need new deficits in order to justify this. Again, this is a person with no moral compass, no core conviction.
Senator Graham, who you're running against, used to talk about Donald Trump the way you do.
Yeah.
Take a look.
He's a race-baiting, xenophobic, religious bigot. He doesn't represent my party.
Do you think that he is a racist?
Absolutely not.
Is that a focus of your campaign, or are you about moving beyond Trump?
It is a focus. It's not about Trump that's the focus of our campaign. It's the hypocrisy of the leadership that we have in South Carolina. So there are 24 other, or 25, I don't know at this point, Democrats who are running against Donald Trump. I'm running against Lindsey Graham because he does not represent the state of South Carolina anymore. When you take a look at, and again, the hypocrisy of both Graham and Mulvaney, take a look at the automobile industry, $700 million in terms of revenue that comes to the state of South Carolina, 70,000 jobs in the state, and it's getting hit hard by these tariffs. Tariffs are so bad that even the price of Bibles, which is a big thing in South Carolina, is rising.
Is that right?
Yes. And so
you're saying that Donald Trump's trade policy is making it more expensive to pray?
Yes, it is. And
depending on who you pray to?
And listen, you got to pray more with this Trump presidency and having Lindsey Graham. And then Lindsey comes back to the state and he says, well, you guys, it's just a hiccup in the economy. We're all going to experience a little pain, and we really have to do this.
Yeah.
Now, this guy, and I'll give you a quote. He said this back in January 27. He said, talking about tariffs, and this was to Mexico, he said, tariffs, no. Mexico is the third largest trading partner to the U.S. Any tariff we can levy, they can levy. Huge barrier to economic growth. And he said that in January 2017. Well, China is our #1 trade partner.
And that goes again to whether you're representing the economic interests. Right. You brought, I didn't know you were going to bring receipts. Sir.
No, I have receipts.
You brought receipts. I got to fit in a break. We'll be keeping an eye on your campaign, Jamie Harrison. And as always, we'd like to mention Mr. Mulvaney and Senator Graham are both invited on here as well. And I'm sure you'd appear with them if you want.
And folks can go to jamieharrison.com.
Everybody gets it in. You know, everybody's got to get it in. Hey, I'm Ari Melber from MSNBC. You can see more of our videos right here, or better yet, subscribe to our YouTube channel below. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with us, and we appreciate that.